Ever set a big New Year's goal, felt super motivated, and by July, totally forgot about it? Yeah, me too. The problem isn't your motivation, it's your system. Today, I'm breaking down 6 powerful lessons that changed how I actually get things done. These aren't just tips, they're habits that helped me write a book, grow my business, and still have time for real life. And trust me, when we get to lesson 5, that one's my absolute favorite. Most people totally overlook it, but it's a complete game changer. So, let's jump right into lesson number 1. Goal. Think in quests, not just annual resolutions. Now, I used to be all about those big, sweeping annual goals. January 1st, I'd write them down, feel super motivated, and then, well, by March, they'd often be collecting dust. The problem is, a year is a long time. Life happens, priorities shift, and that initial spark often fades. What I've found to be incredibly effective, and what's popularized in books like The 12-Week Year and Get Scalable, is focusing on quarterly quests. Instead of a year, you focus on the next 90 days. This makes your goals feel tangible, visible. You can literally map out 12 weeks on a single sheet of paper. For instance, when I was writing my book, Feel Good Productivity, which you can find anywhere books are sold, breaking it down into 90-day chunks was a game changer. Instead of write a book, a 3-year process, my quest might be complete the first draft of the first 3 chapters. It's specific, it's achievable, and it keeps you incredibly focused. Aim for about 3 or 4 big quests per quarter, split between work and life. Moving on to lesson number 2. Business. Your weekly reset is non-negotiable. It's easy to set those quarterly quests, and then, just like New Year's resolutions, forget about them. This is where the weekly reset comes in. A habit championed by productivity gurus like David Allen in Getting Things Done. Think of it as your weekly checkpoint, your chance to pause and recalibrate. For just 10 to 20 minutes, review your past week, celebrate your wins, and then, crucially, ask yourself, how are my quarterly quests progressing? I can't tell you how many times I've skipped a weekly reset, and then, a couple of weeks later, realized I'd completely lost track of my initial goals. This weekly check-in puts you back on track and helps you define your top 1 to 3 priorities for the coming week. It's a game changer, I promise. Now for lesson number 3. Action. The morning manifesto for daily clarity. You've set your weekly priorities, but how do you ensure you actually act on them? That's where my morning manifesto comes in. It's a micro habit, taking only a minute or 2 right before you start your workday. It's a simple journaling prompt asking you 2 key questions. What were my top 3 priorities for the week, and how are they going? And what is the most important thing I want to get done today? I like to phrase the second one as, what is today's adventure going to be? This isn't about efficiency, it's about direction. We often get caught in the trap of being busy but not actually making progress on what truly matters. The morning manifesto forces you to intentionally decide what you're working on, preventing you from just drifting through your day. Which brings us to lesson number 4. Learning. The focus log reveals all. We've got our goals, our weekly resets, and our daily intentions, but how do we actually do the focused work? I remember a couple of years ago trying to write the first draft of my book. I knew it was my top priority, but I just wasn't making time for it. My CEO coach suggested something incredibly simple, yet profoundly impactful. A focus log. Every day, I'd simply track how many minutes I spent in fully focused time on the book. The act of tracking that number gave me instant visibility into my unproductive habits, and suddenly, that number started climbing. This is what I call the focus log, and it's a habit I teach all my students. Whether you use a Google Sheet, an app, or just pen and paper, giving yourself visibility on your focused time on your most important tasks will dramatically improve your ability to actually do the thing. Next up, lesson number 5. Persistence, standing order. Social events for sustained connection. This one isn't about work, but it's crucial for overall well-being and long-term persistence in life. Loneliness is a real issue, especially as we get older. One strategy that has profoundly impacted my relationships is the standing order social event. This is a recurring social event in your calendar at the same time and place every week or every other week. Think Sunday brunch, Tuesday board game night, or a regular dinner party. The beauty is you invite a bunch of people, and whoever can make it shows up.